What's up, y'all? I'm actually deeply annoyed right now. Well, I'm feeling deeply annoyed because I just recorded a 17-minute video, and because of my storage, which I take accountability of, but aren't you supposed to stop when I run out of storage and tell me that? Anyways, I knew that I could possibly run out of storage. I just thought I was good. But I'm here because I'm not gonna let that defeat me. I just got my other phone and it's all good. I'm gonna run through what I just talked about in the last video very briefly. So basically, I started off the video talking about how I had a revelation the other night, how I literally used to play GTA when I was younger, and I literally only played to drive. I had like the steering wheel and the pedal, and I just wanted to ride around the city because it was like Miami Vice, and then I think we had Cali back in the day. I just know Miami Vice was my ish, and yeah, I was just there to vibe out, right around the city. First of all, that's who I am today. Second of all, I like cars, clearly. And I just was just thinking about all the things. But the main thing was I was never focused on the missions that GTA, you know, what it's all about. I was never focused on the missions. I was focused on catching my vibe. And I'm just sitting there like, wow. I've never really experienced anything violent on GTA when I used to play it when I was younger, because I didn't focus on those things, and I was just relating it to how now I choose not to focus on the things that don't serve me. Like, I'm not going to focus on the violence. I'm not going to focus on this and that. I can accept and all those things, but my focus is not on that. And there's two ways that we can focus on something: by intentionally focusing on it and feeding it that way, or just completely trying to resist it, which was one of my main, both of those things were like my issues. But especially like, oh no, I I can't feel this way, I don't want to feel this way, this is just horrible, yada 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 yada, beating myself up. And that's feeding that energy that I'm trying so hard to go away from, because I'm resisting it rather than surrendering my relationship with the thing, the place, the situation, the person, whatever the case may be. So my whole point was saying to focus on what you want to focus on the vibe that you want to create within your life. And I was saying a bunch of stuff like, I'm not no boo-boo person. I done been through a lot. I'm not your typical Christian. I don't even say I'm religious. Love is my religion. I am Christian based. I love the Lord. I have my own relationship with the Lord. And it's just a bunch of other things, y'all. I do not feel like sitting here just thinking about all the things that I said. I'll just save it for another time. I just want to focus on the point of the video that I did make. And I'm about to read the cards that I pulled. If you're not into cards and those things, we can respect one another's boundaries, and you can like respectfully leave with love. I've never been a self-proclaimed prophet, regardless if I was in my Christian bag or my esoteric, spiritual, whatever bag. It's just fun to me. I trust my intuition. I trust myself. I love the relationship I have with myself. I love the relationship I have with God. This is a resource to me. Like I said, it's fun. I don't need them, but I will always receive a message in a form that feels cool to me. You feel me? Anyway, so the cards that came out was Harmony and Empath. They came out at the same time. I wasn't trying to pull like multiple cards. So Harmony says you are able to feel a loving, balanced connection with everything. And then Empathy says you feel and understand the emotions of another in the service of love. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I really just am kind of sad because I was really just vibing in that video, and I feel like I was just really connecting with y'all. But I trust that I'm connecting with y'all now. I'm just like, but I know that someone here is going to benefit off of this video. So that's all that matters. Okay, harmony. When you sit in stillness, satisfied that your soul is on the right path and that everything is right in your world, even for a moment, it is a true gift one you have created for yourself. Feeling balanced and harmonious on this earth plane is very difficult, and when it happens, your spirit soars. Yet it takes work on your part. But that's what you signed up for when you agreed to incarnate here. Creating order in this tumultuous physical dimension is like walking a tightrope. Your constant awareness is on keeping your balance while dealing with the obstacles in your path. That's a bar. Like, I had the same reaction when I read that not too long ago. The good news is that the more you practice, the easier it becomes. If something within your being is out of balance, it will come to the surface of your awareness to give you the opportunity to be explored further and understood more deeply. Realize that some things that might upset your equilibrium originate from outside you and are beyond your control. But you do have control over the inner self. Always remember to approach life with an attitude of love, compassion, and empathy. When you are at peace with yourself, it is easier to be at peace with everything. 2 points. If something within your being is out of balance, it will come to the surface of your awareness to give you the opportunity to be explored further and understood more deeply. And when I read that, I think of illness, disease, physical symptoms. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. I just felt called to say that because I didn't say it the first time when I read it, but that's what that reminds me of. And then I pulled the cards after I was talking about what I wanted to talk about, because I feel like that's my flow of how I want to do things if I'm gonna like pull cards or whatever. But I had told this story about how I was commenting on this young lady's page. I follow her, I comment on one of her posts, and I just be so in love with her. So like, I could just feel her energy through the phone. It just seems so soft and pure and authentic. And so I just commented and I was just like, do you mind telling me your birthday? And I do always ask people that because I don't know people's beliefs. So when I'm asking, it's out of respect, because if you don't want to tell me your birthday and that those type of things don't resonate with you, or you don't receive that, you don't receive that, and I respect that. Anyways, someone comments and is like, with an evil eye, and was like, get your witchcraft out of here. And look, it be a part of me, I'll be like, I really don't like to respond to people and things like that, because it's just like, I'm not even gonna give you my energy, like, no. And then another part of me is like, who the fuck are you talking to? And then another part of me is like, well, if I'm gonna reply, because I do low-key want to reply, but I want to be kind and I want to have way better responses if I do decide to give these people energy. And it's not going to be the one that they have power over me. Been there, done that, not doing it. You feel me? So, girl, you either going to find a way or you going, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, my response was how unfortunate it is to have that. How unfortunate it has to be to have that assumption. Now go and have you a blessed day with a like nice little kissy emoji or something like that. Like, okay. And if they do write back, I'm just gonna block their ass. Anyways, so the other card was empathy. And basically I'm reiterating that story because when I read this, it reminded me that I had told that story before I pulled these cards. When it says, realize that some things that might upset your equilibrium originate from outside you and are beyond your control. Always remember to approach life with an attitude of love, compassion, and empathy. When you are at peace with yourself, it is easier to be at peace with everything else. Like, I can't let people's perspectives F with me. I've done that and I've worked so hard to not let it. And it still takes work, of course, but it's just like, it's been becoming second nature. Like, but I have to stay in that practice because I've been there in the past where I didn't let things bother me, and then I slipped out of that beautiful part of myself that I was aligning with, and got back into lower vibrations, and then it's just like you got to build it up again. It's like being in the gym. It's just like the gym. Mental, emotional gym. All right, empathy. You are able to learn so much when your actions originate from a place of love, and the souls in your immediate sphere are your greatest teachers. Being able to sense how others feel and see through their eyes is a gift. When you open yourself up emotionally and become part of another person's reality and make it your own, the boundaries between the two of you seem to fade. You begin to realize that you truly are of the same energy and that the state of separation is purely an illusion. The golden rule of treat others as you would like to be treated is a mantra you should embrace. Understanding life from another perspective carries a great responsibility. For once you become aware of the emotions of another, you remain ever oh, I have my other phone now. So I can, is it conscientious? Y'all don't judge. Don't do too much. I'm very smart. And I'm smart because I love to learn. Dang, this Reddit question just popped up. That's really good.
Conscientious.
Conscientious. What?
Conscientious.
Conscientious. Oh. Conscientious. Anyways. And are mindful. Let me read it. I was trying to avoid it. See? Understanding life from another... Life. What? Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Understanding life from another perspective carries a great responsibility. For once you become aware... Why does the sentence say that? Understanding life from another perspective carries a great responsibility. For once you become aware of the emotions of another, you remain ever conscientious and are mindful not to cause them distress. I just wanted to show up and trust that if I showed up, I would be showing up for someone else. Make sure y'all breathe. Make sure y'all say y'all declarations, even if it's hard to believe right now. Use your mind. Don't let it use you. Cuídate en la calle. Mahal sobra. And yeah. Ciao. See you soon.